どうも皆さんおかえりなさい、ぼーちゃんです。So it's been about a month since I posted that video of me shaving my head, shaving the hair of my head off, and I thought I'd post an update. And since I said I would probably, and it'll be more like a rant mixed update. So yeah, let's officially make this first let's make this first official rant video, and let's call this series Bow's Bowl. And I will not edit this video so much because I want to make it as raw as possible. So it'll be very raw, very non-edited. So please forgive me, I guess, if I take long to get to the point. But yeah. Welcome to Bo's Bowl. Okay, let's start. So ever since shaving my head, my family's reaction, well, my parents, they were definitely upset. My mother was definitely not happy with me shaving my head. My dad, didn't really say anything to me directly, but apparently he asked like where I got this haircut. And he didn't really say anything regarding my hair or my head in general to me. And yeah, but he was definitely upset because like apparently he likes women with longer hair, except my mom doesn't have long hair. And I honestly speaking, ever since like shaving my head, like I've been wanting to keep this head, or not really keep the head, but like it's my head to begin with, but like I'm really enjoying it. And I wanted to shave my head again at like the 2 weeks mark, honestly speaking, and I'm really enjoying it. My younger brother, he was really surprised when he saw it since I didn't tell either of my brothers. But I think they heard from my mom that I'd be shaving my head soon or something. But he was definitely surprised. He wasn't really judgmental. He was very open about it. As for my older brother, he didn't really say much, but I think he's chill about it. We don't really talk much. He's not much of a speaker either, so like yeah. But I think he's okay with it. Yeah. As for I guess my extended relatives. My maternal side, I don't think any of my cousins know that I shaved my head. I'm not so sure, but yeah, that doesn't really affect my personal life so much as my brothers or my parents, I guess. So I guess that's okay. But as for my aunts, they kind of, at least my mom's older sister, she kind of freaked out, but she was really chill about it. She was chill about it, but she was surprised definitely. And as for my mom's younger sister, she was okay about it, I guess. And of course, my grandmother, being the old Japanese lady she is, she definitely freaked out. She was not okay with it. Yeah, she was definitely not okay with it. Like, what happened? She was like really freaking out. Really worried. At first, like, she thought it wasn't me. She thought it was my dad or my brother. Yeah. But I get where she's coming from. Like, very from the older generation, like people of Asian descent in general aren't so like, I guess, open, especially like the Japanese when it comes to identity. Like Japanese and Koreans too, like they aren't so like open up regarding identities yet. So they're very stereotypical, and I wouldn't go as far as racist, but there's still a lot of like stereotypes and like walls to break down regarding those identities. So yeah, I get why she'd freak out. Yeah. And as for my paternal side, I don't really talk or get in contact with like my dad's older brothers, like part of that relative. What? Yeah, that side, that part. Yeah, we've barely met or talked before, so yeah. And as for I actually like posted a picture of my shaved head on Instagram, and so my paternal side cousins, 6 of the 4 of them know. 2 of them are my uncle's kids, and we're not really connected on any social media, so like yeah, we've never talked so much either, as I mentioned. So but as for like the other cousins, the 4 cousins, they are very open, very very happy, or at least one of them commented that she was very happy for me. And yeah, and like my other cousins were very happy for me as well. Also because like even though they're like half Korean, their dad is white, so like I guess like, and they grew up in America, so they're very open, more open compared to my maternal side of the family. And yeah, people who follow me on Instagram, my personal account, they were very open to it, very welcome. I guess not really welcoming, but very open about it, very happy for me. And yeah, I met my aunt, the mother of my 4 cousins. So my dad's older sister, and she was very open about it, surprisingly. I thought she'd be like kind of freak out a little bit, but she was pretty chill about it, so I'm happy about that. And as for my grandmother on my dad's side, she was very open about it, surprisingly. I was expecting her to kind of break down, not as far as breaking down, but like kind of get emotional, I guess, because she's Korean and she's from the older generation. Obviously she's my grandma, and I thought she'd be kind of worried, I guess, but she was very happy. She was like touching my head, so very like smiling, and like she called me an ippen namja, which means handsome or like pretty boy. She was very like, I was like really surprised. I'm like, 할머니, I love you. Thank you. 사랑해. Oh, by the way, 할머니 means grandmother in Korean, so yeah. I was very surprised by her reaction. Oh, the lighting. Did the lighting change? Never mind, don't worry. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Oh, it's the sunlight. Curses. But anyways, yeah, that happened, but yeah, I went, as I mentioned in the other video, the previous video of me shaving my head, I went out on so many walks after shaving my head, and I was having the moment of my life. That I was having fun. I was also because like I had a lot of energy in like the past like month or so. So I have been going out on my walks since before like shaving my head, but like ever since like after shaving my head, like I had a lot of positive energy going on. So I had to put this energy somewhere, right? And yeah, I've been going out on quite a lot of walks. I've been like going like 3 times a week or so, 3-4 times a week. And I've been enjoying my walks. But of course, like growing up in a very heavily Korean populated neighborhood, with like, of course there would be like students here and there, people in their 20s, people with kids, and there of course there are the older generation. I'm not saying all the older generations are bad, especially seeing my grandmother's reaction. But yeah, I mean little kids like growing up with parents who unintentionally, subconsciously, unconsciously teach your kids that girls should be like this, boys should be like that, girls like this, boys like that. They like teaching the binary stuff, right? Those kids would kind of look at me weird, give me the look, but I don't blame them. They still got a lot to learn. They still got a whole life ahead of them. English. So I get it, yeah. And I'm not saying all of them are like this. There are, and as for like the older generation, like as I mentioned, not all of them are like this, but like I'm aware that not all older people are like that, but like the older generation very, I won't go as far as very, but they're pretty judgmental. They be giving me the look. Like, is there something on my face that's not my face? Is there something on my face that doesn't belong there? Like, this is my face, this is my head. What's wrong with an AFAB having a shaved head? Like, black people have shaved heads. And I get it, it's part of their culture, and I respect that. But why is it that it's okay for men to have shaved hair, and also like grow their hair out, but not okay for women to shave their head? I don't get it. Because at the end of the day, we're still humans. We still have feelings. We grew up with our own like different beliefs and all. And like, what? I think there's like this part of us that thinks Asians typically don't shave their heads unless they're, I guess, a monk or something. I don't know. But because emotionally speaking, psychologically speaking, I feel much happier with my shaved head than I used to when I had longer hair. And I feel more alive, more like myself. I feel happier. I feel more energized, you know? I have more energy, I feel. And it's a positive one, a positive energy. And I feel like this part of me that I've been like, I guess trying to hide, trying to kill, has been not exactly revived, but like, what's the word? You know? Like re-energized, you know? And I'm happy that happened. Regardless of my parents not understanding, not accepting my head. And I am happy. I might not look happy, but I am. I feel happy. I definitely feel more positive since, like, compared to last year when I had long hair, you know. And yeah, like, a lot has been going on since then. This freaking sunlight. Please, clouds, go away. You're ruining the lighting. Anyways, yeah, like, I mean, like, I get, like, bed hair, which I've almost never got since, yeah, I've almost never had bed hair, but, like, ever since shaving my head, I've been getting, like, weird bed hair here and there, but that's part of life. So, yeah. Yeah. I've been much happier. And I don't know if it's because of me being self-conscious or, like, being, you know, yeah, I don't know if it's just me being self-conscious or, like, people will be, like, looking at me weird when I go out on walks. Like, and as I said before, like, what's wrong with an AFAB having a shaved head? I don't get it. You know? And yeah, I'm an AFAB, but I identify as non-binary. I don't see the binary in hairstyles. And you're a femme, good for you. You're a masked woman, great. You do you. Yours doesn't change the fact that you're still human. Okay? My parents are from Korea and Japan. I don't identify as either of them. I grew up in America. I don't identify as an American. English. I identify as a human being, and that should be enough. Like, why do we, need... Why is it necessary for us to, like, choose our ethnicity, yeah, I guess it kind of matters, but, like, why is it so important? Why should it affect our daily lives? I don't get it. And growing up in a Korean neighborhood, and being in a Korean neighborhood, like, I don't get it. Yeah, we be, like, very Korean, but, like, what? I don't... Wakaranai desu. 모르겠어요. Like, I've never really, like, considered, like, ethnicity or culture as much of a huge factor when it comes to, like, relationships. Any kind of relationship. Whether it's, like, father-mother, or parent-child, or, like, siblings, friends, relatives. I'm not exactly biracial, but I'm definitely bicultural. So, like, and, like, my parents being from different countries, growing up in a whole different continent, like, I don't, like, and, like, growing up with different cultures, including, like, Mexican culture. Sorry, my brain. And, like, my French teacher was actually French. And, like, it just doesn't compute in my head. Like, why do we need to, like, draw the line because of our backgrounds, right? That's our parents, not me, okay? It's kind of sad to see or know that those kind of people exist. Just because, like, we appear different, we act different, we speak a different language, even, like, different dialects exist, like, within Japan and in America as well, we use different expressions depending on where you are, what kind of, how you, the environment you grew up in. Like, I'm sorry if this is not true, but Southerners generally say, "Hey y'all," right? And I love that expression. Y'all is so inclusive and all, you know. As for like New York, like we say, "Hey, what's up," right? And you know, like even like with American English and like British English, that's a word, British English, are very different. Like, Americans be using English that British people don't be using. But it's still English, you know, regardless. It's just like the cultural part. And I get it. It's just like most of like the judgment, like the negative looks. Again, I could just be self-conscious. But like the negative reaction get would be from like the Asian community. Like especially the older generation. And it's not just the Asian community, but also I remember when I was out on a walk, like, there was this old couple on a bench, they were chit-chatting, and at least the husband, I'm assuming, was like staring at me, looking at me while I was passing by in front of them. Because that's where the walk was, concrete, not concrete, but like, the walk was. And like, I was aware he was looking at me. And I wanted to confront him, but I knew I shouldn't. But I just wanted to enjoy my walk, and it was like looking at me weird. I'm like, is it, like, as I said before, is there something on my face that's on my face? Like, what's wrong with having a shaved head? I'm just me having my own little day, enjoying my walk. It was a nice weather. It's a nice weather. I'm happy, And you're looking at me weird. Why? I'm just another human being walking by. It's kind of saddening. Not exactly depressing, but like it's kind of sad that those kinds of stereotypes, those labels and such still exist. Like, although I identify as a non-binary, I don't go around telling everyone that I'm non-binary, I don't have a gender, whatever, but like, because that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. As long as you're treating me as another human being, then I'm completely fine with it. Like, labels are something that society has created and just slapped it on their face or forehead or wherever. But that doesn't mean we have to identify with those labels. We do have to relate with those labels, right? And so, yeah, AFAB, but I'm non-binary, look at me. And like, the ideal of a man and a woman having to be together is kind of, I don't get that either. Why can't we be single and be happy? Right? I'm single, I'm happy. Wait, no. Scratch that. Whoops. Well, I'm not gonna deny the fact that I'm happy, okay? I'm happy. I'm happy that I got my head shaved. I'm happier now compared to when I had long hair. That whole weight that was like dragging me everywhere. I'm keeping my romantic life a secret. Also because I'm on the AOE spectrum, I don't understand romance. I don't get the concept of falling in love. And like having to have a family to be happy. Like you can be single and be happy. Like look at all those people who are single and yet happy. Look at these kids, they're single but they're happy. They have their friends, they're happy. Why can't we do that? Is it because we're not kids anymore? That is judgmental. That's discriminating. That is putting labels on us. Anyways. What am I saying? Anyways, yeah. I mean, again, I'm just ranting. Kind of. Not really. Yeah. That happened. But I'm so happy with myself. I'm so living my happy life. Yeah. That's all I got right now. I did not plan any of this. No, I did not. But I did enjoy this 25-minute video. I talked so much. Wait, stop. But yeah. For those who watched and listened till the end, thank you so much. Y'all can leave a like or comment or subscribe or what you do, whatever you want to do. Just shut up with the hate comments, okay? This is me. I'm just me trying to live. I'm just trying to live my life. Anyways, yeah. Thank you for watching to the very end. See you next time. 坊ちゃんに溺れてけ。この川深い。ボボボボボボボボボボボボボ。バイ。